ride into the world of news, current affairs, and
It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. Welcome to Countrywide on Benue Television. I am Winifred Yuso. On the headlines, Governor Alia directs immediate removal of BISAC chairman from office. Wike meets Tinubu, says federal government ready for dialogue. Plus, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center condemns hijacking of protests. Governor Hassan Talia has directed the chairman of Benue State Independent Electoral Commission, BISAC, Dr. John Cheng, to immediately hand over to the administrative secretary of the commission. The governor's directive followed communication of resolutions from the Benue State House of Assembly for implementation. According to a press release by the chief press secretary to the governor, Tesu Kula, the resolutions include, amongst others, that the chairman of the commission, Dr. John Cheng, be removed from office. According to the release, the assembly accused the BISAC chairman of lacking good judgment, as to which decision will appeal to the greater majority of all stakeholders, and also that his actions so far in office fall short of public interest. Recall that the BISAC chairman was inaugurated alongside other members of the commission on March 28, 2024. Governor Hassan Talia sends his warm appreciation to the people of Benue for heeding to his call not to join the nationwide protest. In a press statement, his chief press secretary Tesu Kula says the governor is particularly happy with the organized labor, trade unions, civil society organizations, and youths and other groups in the state for keeping to their word not to participate in the protest. Governor Alia says the decision of the people to shelve the protests in the state demonstrates their firm belief in the policies of the APC-led administration in the country, saying it is an indication that the people are willing to give the government more time to improve on their welfare. The governor equally assures the people of the state of President Bola Tinubu's unflinching love for Benue, stating that the numerous projects embarked upon by his administration across the length and breadth of the state are as a result of the support and cordial relationship his administration has enjoyed from the Tinubu-led federal government. He promises to continue to do his best to provide good governance, maintaining that it is the only way he will justify the trust placed in him by the people of Benue. The state chief executive implores the people to continue to remain peaceful, going about their normal businesses throughout the period. As protests kicked off nationwide on Thursday, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, was spotted at the presidential villa in Abuja on Thursday afternoon. Reports said the former Rivers State governor alighted from a black Toyota Prado sports utility vehicle and was ushered into the president's office, though the topic of their discussion remained unknown as of the time of filing this report. It was believed to be connected to the hunger protest, which began on Thursday with the FCT as an epicenter. The FCT saw massive demonstrations from crowds who thronged the central business district and environs as security officials fired tear gas to disperse protesters. Meanwhile, the FCT minister said the federal government was open to having a dialogue with the protesters. Wike stated this while handing over the staff of the office to four newly coronated chiefs of Karo, Kwali, Pai, and Yaba in Abuja on Thursday. He commended protesters who refused to be violent and urged them to continue to remain peaceful, noting that it was better to have a dialogue and iron out issues with the government. Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy Bosun Tijani has denied directing telecom companies in the country to tamper with networks as the nationwide protest began on Thursday. This comes after Nigerians using major telecom providers took to social media to voice their frustrations over unusual slow internet connection. The disruptions led to speculations that the federal government had instructed telecom companies to hamper network services to thwart the protest. Reacting to this speculation, Bosun Tijani denied the allegations, stating that there wasn't any instruction from the federal government in that regard. He suggested that the slow internet speeds might be due to the increased online traffic as many people stayed home due to the protests which started August 1st. Let's take a very quick break. Countrywide will be back soon. Do stay with us. Welcome. The Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center has called for the protection of protesters amid growing concerns that the demonstrations have been hijacked by criminal elements and political actors with nefarious intentions. In a statement Friday in Abuja, the Executive Director of CISLAG, Awal Rafsanjani, condemned the hijack of the peaceful protests in some places. While calling for the protection of protesters, he, however, urged them not to destroy properties and public infrastructure. Musa expressed deep concern over the deteriorating security situation and the influence of non-state actors in several states, including Kano. He said the situation observed through CISLAC's Situation Room indicated that security operatives were being influenced by political interference linked to local rivalries, leading to inadequate protection of peaceful protesters. CISLAC boss emphasized that the government must refrain from politicizing security measures, particularly in Kano, and prioritize the protection of lives and property. He added that the violence and destruction currently witnessed were contrary to the intentions of the peaceful protesters. Musa condemned provocation statements made by public officials, which, according to him, have worsened tensions and incited further unrest. The Katsina State government has imposed a 24-hour curfew in Dutima local government area. The secretary to the government of the state, Alhaji Abdullahi Garba Faskari, announced the decision in a statement issued in Katsina on Thursday. The statement was signed by Alhaji Abdullahi Aliyu Yaradua, the director of media at the office of the secretary to the state government. According to him, the government under the acting governor, Malam Farouk Jobe, has also banned unusual gatherings and all types of protests across the state. He explained further that the decision followed an emergency state security council meeting convened on the report of breakdown of law and order in some parts of the state as a result of the nationwide protest. According to him, people are therefore warned to remain calm and law-abiding as the security agencies have been directed to arrest an individual or group of persons for violating the orders. He said that the acting governor has appealed to the people in the state to continue with their legitimate activities within the free movement period. Similarly, the police in the state said it has begun enforcement of the curfew across the state. The spokesman of the command, ASP Abubakar Sadiq Aliyu, said in a statement. The police in Kaduna State has dealt with miscreants who hijacked procession of youths and other citizens on the first day of the End Bad Government protest and vandalized state government, private and public assets. Among those arrested was a man dressed in police camouflage uniform and others wielding dangerous weapons. The Commissioner of Police in Kaduna State, CP Audu Aliu Dabigi, called on parents and guardians to restrain their words for involving in violent acts and assured that his operatives would continue to maintain law and order by not allowing criminals breathing space. Having recorded success in some parts of the country on its first day, the nationwide hunger protest enters day 2. The first day saw 14 persons killed and a curfew declared in Yobe, Kano, and Benue states. That's all we have for you on Countrywide, but before we go, let's take a recap of the top stories. Governor Lia has directed immediate removal of BSEC chairman from office. We told you Wike met Tinubu said federal government ready for dialogue, and also Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center has condemned hijacking of protests. Thanks so much for watching. I am Winifred Yusu. Do have a great day and stay safe.